Hey Tara, hey Sean. Okay, so here we are, 192 Sydney Street. Out of anything that you look at, I'd have to be fair, I'm shocked that this property has not sold, considering its location and price range. So we get Chipman Hill & Suites, which is a very, very nice brick duplex. That's probably worth about $450. Right beside this little charmer here. I've been in that house just to the right of it too, and that's nicely done up. It's a convenience store right across the street. The buildings here, for the most part, are in really good shape. That's Queen Square in St. John, right up there. This is a nice part of town, or a half-decent part of town, in my opinion. Definitely not Victoria or Winslow Street, just so you know. It's wooden wood siding on the side of the house and vinyl siding in the front. Looks like it's got a new electrical entrance here and also a new panel inside, and certainly some vinyl windows in the house as well. Originally it used to be a duplex, and to be determined, it might be that you could convert it back. In this price range, I'm just going to be fair, like I've run down certainly some other properties that you had suggested, but I'm going to be fair that in this price range, there's some real decent value here. Like, the stairs are a little bit crooked, the floors are a little bit crooked in this house. I don't think there's major structural issues, but it's probably reflective of the age of the home. Probably needs a little bit of jack post work done on the lower level. The hardwood flooring is okay, but could be refinished. Nice crown trim molding. Pretty decent fireplace there. It doesn't show nicely. I'm going to be fair about that. It doesn't show nicely because of the furniture and the paint and just the way that it's being kept. Those are pocket doors. The pocket doors, I'm going to suggest, are probably still there. They've just been closed off because usually with those doors, they're really wide. That there is 5 inches wide, so you have these mammoth pocket doors in there, and there's a lot of draft as a result of it. So here's another more hardwood flooring, another fireplace in this room. Just a big open area. So big living room, kind of extended living room here. The bedrooms are upstairs, just so you know. That's into the basement. I'll show you that in a second. But here is one of the bathrooms. You know, it's not bad. It needs to be grouted around the tub. The bathroom, for the most part, is functional, but not in really good shape. I like this kitchen. It was originally built as a kitchen, and it still is. So there's a 200 amp entrance in there as well. The kitchen, certainly very functional. It looks like they're drywalling this back room here, getting it prepped maybe to use as a bedroom. It'd be questionable whether or not technically it would be legally a bedroom, and this place does just not show very well, okay? Now, I know that there's a back entrance here, but I know the history, and this property right here, this backyard, does not belong to this home, okay? Just so you know, that doesn't, I think the property line extends to about maybe 3 feet back here, but the rest of it is owned by the adjacent property owner. So not a whole bunch of green space, but a way better house than Pitt Street, just generally. It's still got some nice character. I wouldn't stop you from buying this house. That's, I guess, my thought. Location-wise and for what you're getting in this price range, it's really not that bad. So it's cluttered and all that good stuff down here, but it's a nice big basement. I can't say it's a dry basement, but it doesn't look like it's got major issues with water. And that room's quite dark. You just have to take my word that in front of me there, it extends probably about 15 feet. over there. And it would be the same depth as this room right in here. So that room right down there would basically be the same depth as this room. This room here has been drywalled. It's got an old oil tank in it. That will need to be replaced, no question. It's got an oil burner. You'd have to get it inspected, but it looks like it's pretty decent, like it's a good unit. It's got a newer burner in it here too. One thing I'll just tell you, I'm not a home inspector, but that is asbestos wrapped pipe. I mean, as long as you don't rip chunks of it off and start eating it, as long as you don't disturb it, it isn't an issue, but for insurance purposes, sometimes it can be. You know, questionable wiring here in some places. What are we expecting, right? In the 50s? Okay. So some more asbestos wrapped pipe here too. It's a great insulator. If you don't mess around with it, it's really not an issue either. And long range, you can always make it disappear as a homeowner, and it won't be an issue. So that's the main level. And this is the upstairs. The upstairs actually shows very nicely too. The house just doesn't show nicely, but is it a nice house? I gotta be fair, it's pretty decent. So we got a small little closet right here. You could call this a bedroom. Back in the day, it doesn't have a closet in it, but flooring is pretty decent. All hardwood flooring up here too. That's got a lowered ceiling, and this has a new stuccoed ceiling probably 20 years ago. But this is also, you know, a good sized room and nice vinyl windows. Closet over there, hardwood flooring is pretty decent. Closet, you know, nice trim work. There's your stairs. So going into another bedroom. It's got peel and stick over hardwood flooring. I'm sure there is hardwood flooring underneath it. Again, another hardwood flooring right here in the. So there's also a deck out back. Looks like it's got a pony panel here because again it used to be a 2-unit. Some of the wiring run on the exterior of the wall and stuff, like you can't do stuff like that. So I know the electrical entrance coming in has been upgraded. Beyond that, I don't think there's been a bunch of wiring upgraded inside, so this is kind of like a little storage room. That looks out onto that front alley leading out into the street. And this is the other bathroom upstairs. You know, needs work, right? You get a look at the door. I mean, there's a little bit of a slant to some areas in the house, but overall, I'm not going to have too much negative to say about it because it's pretty decent. I think this here. I think there used to be plumbing in this room for a second kitchen, and then the door for that other unit was just down here. So yeah, Sydney Street, pretty decent buy in that, you know, upper 40s, $50-ish thousand range. Especially if the roof's been redone, I could certainly do some digging that way. You just got to have a vision for this room with different decorative features in it. But overall, you know, pretty decent home. And the area here will never hurt you, for sure. And thanks. Talk to you soon.